Happy New Year, everyone! On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the design trends for 2025. Can you believe it's already here? I'm going to go over what I think is going to be the overall trend for all decor this year. And I'm going to also show you examples of how the different colors of the year by different paint brands are going to play into this design. Let's go. So my prediction for the overall design trend for the entire year is going to be a Nancy Meyers aesthetic. If you are unfamiliar with who Nancy Meyers is, she is she makes amazing movies and she does amazing set design and she's a wonderful designer. Her stuff is really classic, traditional, timeless, always nature inspired, and I think that everybody's going to really dive into this. The colors of the year for 2025 are all within this design theme that I think is going to be super popular this year. The Pantone color of the year is the one that we will start with when we go over our color scheme here with this design. So the color of the year from Pantone is called Mocha Mousse, and it is this like dusty pink brown color. There's also several other colors of the year that fall into this category. So I'm going to show you how designers are adding these colors into the designs for the year for 2025. So here are a lot of these dusty pink brown colors that are very natural. It fits really well into that Nancy Meyers aesthetic. I think that everybody's going to go crazy for this natural look. Everything is really inspired by nature and is really traditional but timeless, and I think that it could also suit a lot of different niches within that design scheme. All of these items here I found at Target for their new line, and something that I think we all can do on our own without being an expert designer or anything like that is just walk through different stores as new seasons are coming out and see what is popular around each of the stores. So all of these stores have teams of people that research what is going to be trending, and they create products based on what they think is going to be popular for that following year. So we don't need to do all that research ourselves. We can just kind of get a look at what everybody is designing with. So I definitely think that those warm tone, neutral pinks and browns and dusty rose colors are going to be trending. Now, I think that other colors are going to be trending more than these colors, and I'll talk more about that later. But I do think that we can mix these warm tones into all of our designs, no matter what your design is. So if you are farmhouse, you can mix a little warm tone here and there. I think that this color leans more towards like terracotta and different stone natural elements. I also found some of this color assortment in Ballard Design as well. They added it to a brown and green bedscape, which I think looks really beautiful. They've also added it to some lampshades. Now, you don't have to have a Ballard Design budget or even buy any of this stuff new. We can go to these stores, see what's trending, and then hand make things ourselves from the thrift store or by using what we already have. The next color scheme that we're going to go over is the blues and greens. Blue and green is always going to be in style. It is a timeless and peaceful color scheme that could go with anything. You could do boho, you could do traditional, you could do any kind of decor with blues and greens. I think that it's really going towards the cozy traditional style when you look at what's going on in all these stores, the home decor stores. And I think even clothing is actually all leaning back towards a maybe 1990s traditional style. You see tons of blue and white, you see tons of the ginger jars, tons of neutrals, and I think that this color scheme is going to be the most popular color scheme for the year. I think specifically blue and white is having its moment, but I think green is as well, and it will continue to have its moment all through 2025. I think also light colored wood is going to be trending. I know for a little while during 2024 things were trending towards dark and moody, but I really think that 2025 is going to lean more light and airy. We always tend to do these opposites as every year goes by. One year's the dark year, one year's the light year. We had times where we painted everything white and we had times where we painted everything black. But I think that this year is going to be the light and airy cozy, traditional year. And the Nancy Meyers movie sets really scream traditional, comfortable, homey looks. And I think that everyone is going to be reaching for this look for the entire year of 2025. I could be totally wrong, but I just think that's where everyone's design schemes are going to head towards. I think we're going to kind of harken back to times where things were much more happy and cozy, and families together, and home was home. It was more of a collected space and a space with comfortable things, with mixed matched patterns, and not everything was super perfect, but it still looked put together. I think that is where we are going with 2025. I think we also might get some bright designs like this one for 2025, but overall I think it's going to be more subdued like this here, where you have lots of neutrals, even a little bit beachy in a way, or coastal I should say, not beachy but coastal. I think coastal will have its moment this year as well. And that leads me again into the next color scheme, which is going to be the light neutrals. I think the light neutrals always work with any design, and they're always popular every year. Even this past year where we've had the dark and moody, I still think there was tons of design. I would say the majority of people's designs were light and neutral. I think linens are going to be really, really popular, as you see in this little vignette here. I think light colored pillows, like taupes, tans, whites. I think also stripes are going to continue to be popular in a classic way like this, sort of like you would see on clothing. And I think that pottery in light colors will be really popular, like you see here, especially with like Pottery Barn and the more high-end designs. They tend to lean towards that lighter white-ish or off-white colored pottery. And Target has been doing the same thing as well. I love the color of these lamps, and the lampshade has this a really cozy taupe brown color to it. Light and airy buffalo checks are still always going to be popular. They're such a neutral. It's a good comparison to that stark buffalo check we did with the black and white before. I'm still obsessed with wicker, and I think wicker is going to continue to be extremely popular, as well as ginger jars. And I think for lamps, people are going to lean more towards the pleated, cozy lampshades, and of course in wicker. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is rustic design, which I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but I think rustic decor is going to come into play this year. Something that is super, super trending right now, I think it's literally everywhere, is impressionist style landscape paintings and floral paintings. You can find them anywhere. They're even in tapestries now. I think that this is part of that design choice that everybody's into right now, where we are kind of like going back and seeing what classic beautiful things we have used in the past to design with that are really timeless, and that's carrying forward into 2025. So those tapestries, those beautiful paintings that appear to be hand painted even though they are prints, those are the type of things that are going to be trending. They're going to be all in those same color schemes that we talked about for the colors of the year, those neutrals, those nature-inspired things that really makes that Nancy Meyers aesthetic, that bringing the outdoors in, coziness, traditional. Another traditional element we will be seeing a lot in 2025 is leather. Leather is strong and durable, and with this traditional classic design, we're going to go for things that are durable and strong. And what goes better with leather more than rustic decor? I think that the black and white and brown is going to be a popular niche within 2025's decor. I love this little black step stool that they had at Target. That's really perfect for this design scheme. But something else that I think is going to come from this design scheme of the black and the white and the brown is all of the horse stuff. I swear every store I went to had tons of horse stuff there. And this is the one design thing that I think may flop this year. I think that this is not going to be as popular as the manufacturers expected it to be. And I think that most people are not going to want to do much decorating with these really large horse elements. I don't know why this became really popular, and I saw it at every single place that I went to, but people must have thought that horses were going to be really popular this year. I don't know why. What do you think is going to be popular for 2025? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!